Today, we're going to be talking about, is your thyroid causing you to gain weight? We're going to look at some of the underlying cellular mechanisms and what you can do about it. So first off, my Thyroid Reboot book is out this week. We got a discount sale out of the gate. So if you want to pick it up, then my life's work the last 5 to 8 years or so, thyroidreboot.com. We'll link you over to Amazon. So thyroidreboot.com. There'll be a link down below. Click it and support me. I appreciate it very much. Plus, all these concepts that I'm talking about here today and more will all be in that book. Lots of pictures, easy to understand, try to make it actionable and simple. Again, the thyroid and hormones can be a difficult topic. I want to make it simple, right? If you can't take action, what good is it? All right, so out of the gate, let's kind of dive in. So first off, when we have low thyroid, I call the thyroid like the thermostat of the body, right? It's going to control temperature. It's going to control metabolism. Metabolism is nothing more than chemical reactions in the body. And the more chemical reactions you have, the more heat, the more energy you create. And then energy and heat tend to correlate with feeling good. And again, if we are generating heat, you're burning calories, you're burning nutrition coming in. So it has a lot to do with energy balance. And if we are low in energy, low in our metabolism, that also can drive fat storage because we're not burning it. Where's it going, right? And we know there's a couple of correlations here. I want to dive in to make sense of it all. First study here, I wanted to highlight, why can insulin resistance be a natural consequence of thyroid dysfunction? So first off, insulin is the major fat storage hormone. It goes in, it takes carbohydrate, it shunts it out of the bloodstream into the cells. It can put it into muscle cell and store it as carbohydrate. It can put it in the liver and store it as glycogen. Once your muscle starts to get saturated, it goes to the liver. Once the liver starts to get saturated, it starts to create more insulin resistance. So you need more insulin to get the same amount of glucose into the cell, or fructose. And it also can create a non-alcoholic fatty liver. So the more we stuff that liver full of glycogen, the more enzymes we start to increase in the liver that break it down. That's a sign of breakdown. So you can see the Junose kinase 1 enzyme, the junk enzymes. You can just see an increase in ALT and AST and GGT, which are a sign of liver breakdown. And it's also a sign of non-alcoholic steatotic hepatitis, NASH, if you will, and also a sign of just insulin resistance. And so the more that happens, it weakens your metabolism. Why can insulin resistance be a natural consequence of thyroid dysfunction? So here's the issue. I would go back and forth, say insulin can cause low thyroid, but also low thyroid can cause insulin. In this article, it's talking about thyroid driving insulin problems. A lot of it having to do with energy, right? The more you can energetically clear out the glucose in your bloodstream, what does that do? That means there's less glucose that has to be stored, right? If you, whatever you don't burn, it gets stored. So the energy is higher, you burn more of the glucose there, less you have to put in.